Hey guys, welcome back. It's Grimreaper coming at you for another video for Raid Shadows. Hopefully you guys are having a great Christmas and looking forward to the new year. And hopefully you are enjoying the event which is going on for the 2x primals. And then in a couple of days you're going to have the 2x on sacreds. As you can see, I got a few shots here, but I won't be taking part myself because as good as the champion is for the guaranteed champion, um, not really my cup of tea, and stuff like that. So anyway, today's video is not about her. It's about another champion, and want to do a champion showcase. I've never done a champion showcase on her before, and she's been sitting in my vault for a while. Was actually a guaranteed as well back in the day where she was first released into the game, and she was quite a meta for a long time in arena, which we won't be showcasing her today. But today we're going to be doing a champion showcase on Lydia, and I'm going to talk about the best gear set for her in two of the S tier contents where she is S tier right now, and that is going to be in Hydra and Fire Knight. Fire Knight hard is a bit more difficult to build around her, but it is worth pointing out that she's pretty good on normal. So I'm going to go over a kit and we're just going to see what she's got going on. I'm going to start with the A1. She attacks one enemy, then attacks one enemy, then attacks the enemy with highest turn meter, will attack the same enemy twice if the individual target also has the highest turn meter, so it's like a double hitter, which is great for Fire Knight. The second hit has a 50% chance of decreasing target's turn meter by 15%. This can be booked up to a 25%. Attacks all enemies has a 75% chance, 100% chance once booked on a 3-turn cooldown to put decreased accuracy and decreased speed out for 2 turns. And this is also AoE, which is amazing for Hydra. That's what you want, or single target really. And also has a 75% chance of decreasing a target's turn meter. This is quite good in the live arena if you're fast enough. But you do generally need to be careful in a live arena with speed teams, because generally you are squishy, so that is something to kind of bear in mind. She will remove one random debuff from each enemy, has a 75% chance of placing once 100% chance on a 4-turn cooldown to put block buffs on all enemies for 2 turns when she removes that. She also fills a target turn meter by 50%, places an increased accuracy, so this will allow you to halve your accuracy basically on all your champions if you wanted, and places a 30% increase buff on all allies for 2 turns. So that is a cool ability. Then she has a passive which whenever this enemy places a debuff on enemy also has a decreases the enemy's turn meter by 5% for each debuff placed, so normally generally 10% for the A2. Also, whenever this champion or a ally receives a debuff, fill this target turn meter by 5% for each debuff that is received. Also has a speed on all battles for 30% in Doom Tower. I generally would like to see this change for all content because generally is a great champion for all content. Bearing in mind, she is actually quite good in sauna bosses in Doom Tower, which is generally Dark Fane. She would be good in Cursed City if she's available as well, because she offers you a lot. Good base speed, one of the best in the game. 10, which is on the low end on the accuracy, but again, don't generally need to build her with accuracy if you don't want to. But you can also buff her up to do that job. So we're going to go into the Fire Knight run first, and I'm going to show you the Fire Knight run. I'm just going to go over it very quickly. I don't think there's any other areas where she would be really good, but she's generally good everywhere in the game. This is like her S tier content. This is what the turn meter is really needed and stuff like that. So as you can see, we've got the box standard champions, and she's just going to give you the extra buffs needed for Seer. I do have a bolster set on here, so that's bearing in mind, can't be stripped, so that's one less set. Not everyone has a Kaimar and stuff like that, so generally instead of bringing a reset, you could generally bring a hit in. I do have a bit extra speed because of the Fire Knight in the live arena Great Hall side of things, so that's something to kind of bear in mind. As you can see here, they're not going to basically get a turn because there's so much turn meter drop going on with Archimage as A2, Law as A1, with her as well, which is super cool. As you can see, she's going to buff up the accuracy and increase speed, so that basically the team can still keep going and do their thing. And now there's the decreased speed, which will help keep this shield down. Decreased speed on finite is massively important. Even on hard, that is really important. So I generally believe Kimmy could be used on higher stages. You just got to try and find that important factor for her. Bearing in mind her turn meter wouldn't work on finite hard anyway, unless you freeze. So Law as well, she has great Statuary Law, doing her own thing. We're just going to keep A1 in with a Law. And this Fire Knight isn't going anywhere now. This is generally a solid champion. I think she was about 150 ancient shards, if I'm not mistaken. So a really cool champion. And I'm going to show you her build as well, because her build is very specific. And you wouldn't kind of think about building her like this. I've used her in HYDRA before, but not generally in this style of build. So I was really surprised with how much damage she did, and it was pretty insane as well. So yeah, I'm going to show you what's going to go on there. So there we are, the finite. Generally useless boots, but again, 2 minutes 6. I can't really complain over that because that's just a super cool. Bearing in mind this team is quite strong anyway. So again, Lady Kimmy, thumbs up from me there. I'm gonna go get the run for Hydra. It is an hour and a half recording, so I'm not gonna put this in the video today. I don't want to make that video crazy long, so I'll be right back in a second. Okay, so here we are. This is the team that we're going to present to you today, who does quite a stacked team, to be honest. Venus and Cubidus, always a solid comp. I'm just going to whiz straight to the end. And if you do want to see his team, sometimes we do this team on Hydra. If you want to go ahead, you can message me in Discord, which my link is below, and you can go and see the rest of the builds or ask me for the rest of the builds. But as you can see, we are breaking the damage up here, and we go to the final turn just because, and how amazing AoE decreased speed and the decreased accuracy is. This generally helps with a lot of things. Wrath, you know, not being able to provoke as much with the decreased accuracy. It also helps with mischief, with not being able to take our buffs as much, and also that generally helps with the A3 when there is like a one random buff put up in Hydra, like for example when the head with the reflect damage and allied protection comes up, and then you can put up your block buff. This team generally don't need that because it has got AoE HP burn. But as you can see here, Lady Kimmy would generally do around about I don't know, 10 million damage, 15 million damage. She isn't built for damage either, so I generally could probably squeeze another 20 million or at least 10 million on her build. And as you can see, she's done probably 9 million less damage than Venus, and Venus is quite a good DPS. And bearing in mind, she's also halfway from Salad and Cupidus as well. So really cool. She does have War Master, which is generally what you need. There's no blessings there, so you could even probably pump that damage up by taking Phantom Touch, or something like Brimstone, or even something like Cruelty if you're running Brimstone already. As you can see, I'm running one Brimstone champion here already. So let me go show you her build and stuff like that. I do want to point out as well, this is not the style of build that you choose in the arena, so just bear that in mind. Arena, you want to build a completely opposite. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see me use Lady Kimmy in the arena, and I might think about doing a video, a separate video on that. As you can see, we have a really strong hex set. So that is going to go on her generally because of the AoE decreased speed on the A2, which hits everything and generally allows me to do a lot of damage. Once you drop that decreased speed on them heads, you can keep cycle through her abilities quite quickly, and even if you take a couple of refresh items, that's even going to help you even more. So with the A2 and the A3, it's pretty insane. So this is her build. My hex gear is not crazy right now. I will be working on this build, but we've got 255 speed with the speed aura as well. We got generally about 270 speed. I think we've got a little bit here as well, which is going to give me 261. So with speed aura generally running about 280, probably 275. I would try and get a faster. I would aim for 300 speed in the hex set. If you can get a crit capped as well, that's going to help. And obviously trying to stack that critical damage as much as possible, that's even going to help you as more. I have got a little bit of accuracy. I've aimed for 300, just generally because I used A2 before the A3. So bear in mind, increased accuracy really helps Kutas with A2 because I haven't built any accuracy on him. And I did build accuracy on Salad, again 300 accuracy, so we can keep doing this AoE on the A1. So as we're going to have here, we got the attack banner. This should generally be accuracy banner, but as you can see, I generally got enough accuracy as it is. And then I'll probably go critical damage here if you got 100% crit capped, and then survivability, which is going to be HP or defense, speed, accuracy chest, which should really be HP chest. And then I'd probably go critical great gloves if you could squeeze it or make your T a bit more tanky. This is generally the only hex gear I've got, so I've just kind of had to rock it. And I generally move this hex set between her and Necmo as well, so just generally helps me a lot to increase my damage by quite a bit actually. We do have a little bit more damage there with speed, and I'm generally just looking for much speed as possible. These are the masteries. I don't think these are the best masteries right now, but I generally do care about the tier 6 mastery. I'm gonna go ahead and just pull up Raid Bro and just give you other masteries that you really should take, which is generally here. So I'm gonna go generally you should go always like this for Hydra, sorry, for Clan Boss. So I generally like to go this way just to try and pull up more damage as possible. I am a big fan of Cycle of Violence, and then for accuracy, you obviously go an off accuracy tree. I would probably then go one of these are two abilities. I'm going to say Cycle of Magic for now. I don't feel you need lasting gifts for this style of build. My masteries are quite old, and I run her with other things. And then I'd probably say you don't really need that. You could go Master Hexer for the AoE decrease speed, just to try and layer that even more. So that's probably the way I'd go, and I'd probably say that these are probably the perfect masteries. If you wanted to go Fire Knight, you could take Evil Eye just to help a bit more with the A1 generally, but she's a Terminator boss. I wouldn't worry about that too much. Anyway, guys, there is the video for today. There's Lady Kimmy showcase. Let me know down in the comments in the below if you're going to use Lady Kimmy. Where do you use her? Have I slept on her anywhere in other content? And maybe we can reuse her or build her again for other areas, and maybe come back and do like a part 2 to this. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. I've been Grim Reaper. Peace.